happy to arrange this so we can, spread the practice of mindfulness in terms of the concept and the application together. First of all, let me ask you if you have the translation tools and does it work right now? ได้ยินชัดใช่ไหมคะเสียงแปล Okay, thank you very much. So I would like to warmly welcome all of the participants to our panel discussion. And for the panel discussion today will be under the theme of mindfulness and meditation, concept and the application in the Theravāda, Mahāyāna, and the Vajrayāna traditions. And we are going to discuss about the practical way in each traditions and also the concept of the application in our life in different perspectives. And firstly, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Nadnapang Phophichit. Recently, I am the director of the certificate program in Mindfulness Master International Program in the International Buddhist Study College of MCU. And in our program today, we also have some of our students who come and participate. And our program arranged the course, a short course. If you're interested, we have an English mindfulness course for 6 months, 180 days. And in our course, you will learn theory and you will also engage in the practice for 15 days. And most of our students are foreigners and some Thai people who are able to use English medium in studying and practice. And we also offer the field trip to practice meditation together for 15 days. And in this room, we also have the delegate participant from the PhD program in Innovative Mindfulness and Peace Study in Thai program. And we also have some other participants from Bhutanese student club and those students from different sections here. Okay. And before we begin to discuss with our panelists, may I introduce each of them. The first one is Venerable Neminda. He is the lecturer at IBSC and he is a representative of Theravāda traditions. And next person is Venerable Ugyen. He is the lecturer of IBSC and today he will be the representative of Theravāda traditions. Sorry, Vajrayāna tradition, thank you. And the next one, she is Sister Ngoc. Yes, Sister Ngoc will be the representative from Mahāyāna traditions. Okay, and she is right now currently pursuing her master degree at our college in the Buddhist study programs. And she's also a key person who also arranged many meditation retreats in the meditation center in European countries like Germany and Czech Republic as well. So before we start today, I would like to share with you the mindfulness practice that we spread in European country recently. And as you can see on the screen, yes, this is the co-research project that our university is conducting this research together with Dhammahaso Buddhist College. Have you heard of this name, Dhammahaso Buddhist College? Has anyone heard of this? Okay, one student. Okay, this college is the only Buddhist college in European country. You know, in Thailand, how many Buddhist university? In Thailand, only 2. One of it is Mahājulalongkorn Rajvidyalaya University. And what about the second one? Do you know? Mahamongkut Buddhist University. So we have a Buddhist education, our country, in Thailand, in the Theravāda tradition, we put emphasis on the Buddhist education, and our government also supports our university. And we have 2 big Buddhist universities in Thailand. But when we explore Buddhist university in another country, especially European countries, it's not easy. Even the citizen or people are interested in Buddhism, but they don't have the chance like us to study and especially engage in the practice. So we have a chance to do MOU together with the Dhammahaso Buddhist College. And under the MOU, we run the research together because we have the knowledge about the practice, and they have the people who are ready to implement, to practice the way the Buddha taught and the techniques of our university, rising and falling, Mahasatipatthana practice. This project is led by Venerable Hansa Dhammahaso, or Phra Medhivajirapundit Professor Doctor, the director of the PhD program in Innovative Mindfulness and Peace Studies, together with the rector, the second person, if you see, sorry. The second person, the middle top, is Dr. Kabo Kasai. He is the rector of the college. And we run this project together, including me, Ajahn Sakshai, and the 2 lecturers from the college. Right now, it is just the college because they are working hard on it to become a university. You know, it's a different level. So this is similar to IBSC college. And the first thing that we did is that we arranged the 3 days meditation course. That was the first time to introduce the real practice to the students. And, you know, when we practice in our country, in Thailand or in Asia, we provide meditation retreat. Did you have to pay any money to join? No, right? We have sponsors, we have supporters to support the lay practitioner or monks or nun to have suitable place, suitable food, suitable teachers to run the meditation course for you. And the practitioner doesn't have to pay anything. But in Europe, if you want to arrange the retreat like this, the practitioner or participant themselves have to pay money to register to practice for 7 days. So why I'm telling you this is because we should not take any opportunity for granted, because we have to realize or come into the gratitude feeling that how lucky we are to be in this university, and the university provide the practical method and the suitable place, suitable retreat for all of you. And at the end of the year, every year we arrange 15 days meditation on the top of the mountain, and we go to practice together. And that was the first time that we arranged the meditation retreat led by Venerable Prajan Hansa in Europe for 3 days during November last year. Okay, let me show you the picture. Okay, we also collect some data over there. And this is our practitioner. And the next project, we invited Venerable Neminda the second time to Hungary, to Europe, to also teach meditation, Vipassana meditation practice for 7 days. But now all the practitioners have to stay in the residential place where we arrange meditation for 7 days. Has anyone here joined the retreat, especially lay people who joined the retreat and stop using your phone for 7 days? Have you tried? No, not yet, right? Okay, for European people, it's not easy as well because they work hard, they communicate, and they never stop practice noble silence. So 2 rules that we ask them to practice. Number 1 is noble silence, means they will not speak for 7 days in order to reconnect with their mind and body. And our students here already been to that experience. 7 days without speaking, we call noble silence, because they can connect with their mind, body fully, and they can see how much thoughts appear in their mind. And how do you feel? How do you, with the experience when you cannot react? And the second thing that we ask the practitioner to follow is not using that telephone for 7 days. And that gives the significant result of the practice. Because every day, the telephone, mobile phone, or social media draw a lot of your attention out of your home. Home means your mind and body at the present moment. And your concentration leaks all over from your eyes, from your ears, and it's very close to you, just like this, and you allow it to happen. So in order to facilitate the practice to have more progress, we ask practitioners to stop using their phone.
It is body you. It is any thought that coming in and goes out of your mind is you, or it's something else. So the final goal of our practicing is to be fully present, be aware, and the ultimate goal is to see the ultimate truth, the true nature of life, and to discover who you really are. So yeah, I think that is basically what I could like to give the maybe just a bit of definitions. When I first started on this path, then I see, sometimes I was also wondering myself in the beginning of the path that what the difference between mindfulness and meditation. And by practicing, by doing more and more, that is what I have concluded, and I have feel like that is the way that normally I always share with the one that I accompany them, or with the first step on this part. So thank you.
Thank you very much, sister. Now let's hear from Rebel Neminda from Theravāda side. So the concept of mindfulness and meditation in the Theravāda perspective.
Thank you so much. First of all, respected Mahasangha and all the lecturers and the dear participants. Good afternoon. Actually, all the traditions, we are all the saints, but something we have a different tradition, because the tradition is cannot be same as well all the things. So let me go directly to answer the question. So the question is that what is the concept of the mindfulness and meditation? Mindfulness is in Pali we call sati. So we can understand that the meaning of the mindfulness is sati in Pali. So what is the mindfulness? Mindfulness is that to live in present moment. So if we translate the concept of the mindfulness meditation, it means the living present moment. How can we live the present moment? To awareness, whatever we are thinking, whatever we thought. So just only living on the present moment with our minds, what we are having, and how we are feeling, what we are thinking. So this is the concept of the mindfulness, and according to Theravāda tradition. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Venerable Neminda, and for sharing the concepts and the meaning of each traditions, and in the first part. And I would like to know the purpose of the practice from each tradition. We would like to hear. Maybe just.
All right. Thank you very much for the question. And when it comes to the practice, Buddhist practice, we all have the purpose, right? We never do something that is purposeless or meaningless. We always have to make sure that whatever we are doing is something that we are not, wasting our time on, right? So the meditation in, as an essence of Buddha's teaching, so it definitely has one sort of essence in it, right? Or the purpose for that. And the purpose for meditation in Vajrayāna tradition, or normally the Vajrayāna, by the way, is none other than Mahāyāna itself. So Vajrayāna, in fact, is a sort of, kind of branch of Mahāyāna. So the reason why we are Mahāyāna is because we attempt to attain the Buddhahood, right? So basically there is the, very beautiful analogy that was done by Maitreya Buddha, saying that if you aim to attain Buddhahood, that is called Mahāyāna. If you are not, then that is not Mahāyāna. So to make it short, the whole purpose of practice meditation is to attain enlightenment. And the question might be, what kind of enlightenment are we talking about? So normally meditation has a whole lot of, the purpose or reason to practice, right? If you ask somebody, every single people, they can come up with the reasons why they practice. For example, some might say, I practice meditation because I'm stressed like hell. Some may say, I like to be free from depression. On so whole sort of question we can hear, but some master said that is not the purpose of meditation, right? The purpose of the meditation is to attain enlightenment. And the attaining enlightenment, the question here might be, what kind of enlightenment are we talking about when it comes to Vajrayāna Buddhism? The answer is that the Samma Sambuddha, right? We all know that fully awakened one. So we are, whether we can achieve it or not, our goal is not really, easy and very small one, and whether we can do it or not. So that basically the purpose of, meditation is to attain the Samma Sambuddha, not the Pratyeka Buddha, or not just an arahantship, but the fully awakened one. Thank you.
Thank you. So for the purpose of Vajrayāna, to practice mindfulness and meditation is to attain the Buddhahood. As you said, similar to Mahāyāna? Correctly, yes. And how about Theravāda?
Good afternoon again. Let me talk directly to the question. I think for internal the Theravāda Buddhism, that generally the purpose is to overcoming the sufferings. This is for generally. But we are not the same. For example, for lay people, what they are liberation and what they are overcoming the sufferings they're very different from the monk side. So Buddhist monk, they also intend to the overcoming the suffering, and that's to be the liberation. But whenever we talk that too, but it's a difference. For I will focus the first one for Buddhist monks and also the Buddhist monk. What is the purpose to the meditation practice? Because we need to overcome the sufferings, and we also see in the liberation what the Buddha taught 2,500 years ago. But for lay people, they are intending to the liberation and overcoming the suffering, but it's not really because they want to reduce their stress and depression in their daily life. They want to make it happy or the clan, and also happy family tie, happy relationship with each other. They need to reduce their sufferings. But the monk, it does to be overcoming the suffering, but the people, they need to reduce the sufferings. So this is the different title of the purpose, internal the Theravāda Buddhism. So thank you so much.
For sharing your perspective in Theravāda side. So you said that the purpose maybe can be divided into the practitioners division. Like if it's a monk, the monk would aim for liberation, nibbana, enlightenment. And for the lay people, maybe the purpose to practice meditation is to reduce the stress and have a sense of free mind in order to, spend their life without stress or any mundane suffering, right? Like this. Okay, and how about Mahāyāna traditions?
I think in Mahāyāna, we can say that it includes both what the other two Ajahn have just shared with us. But I think if we can look at in a detailed level, it is not just between only different from the Buddhist monastic or lay people, but I could rather focus on the individual level. But because all of us are different from each other, so I could not tell exactly why you come and try to practice meditation. You know yourself. You know yourself much better. So that's why I could like to share, maybe from my experience, but why I decided to work on this part. Because I before becoming a Buddhist nun, I was also living a life. I was also practicing, but because my individual goal is to be full time with meditation. That's why I work on this part. That's why I decided to spend my whole time life just dedicating on doing this, and also in order to find my true self, what I have mentioned in the very beginning. And this true self is what Ajahn Ugyen have just shared with us, the Buddhahood, or sometimes we call the Buddha nature. But of course, it's different if you decided to walk on a spiritual path in this form of Buddhist monk or nun, or if you are still living with worldly responsibilities, maybe you come to find meditation with a goal of to reduce suffering, as Ajahn Neminda have just shared. But I myself didn't have any suffered before working on this part. I just want to find the meaning of my life, why I come here, why I'm here. So through practicing meditations, I find myself, and I feel like I live closer to what I call my true self. I can observe myself much better, full-time observations, and that makes me happy. So sometimes there are for sure many people, they have some problem, they have some difficulties, and then they heard the benefits of practicing mindfulness or meditation. That's why they came to practice. But I think the ultimate goal from all of us before attaining enlightenment is just simply to how to find the way to live fully and really in touch and understand this life and the meaning, the purpose of our life, why we are here, and in order to really enjoy the life and to have a more peaceful and happy life that we feel great. When we feel grateful for that, then maybe we can go closer to what we call our true self. And from that, maybe it initiates the aspiration from you to find the Buddha nature. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, sister. So for Mahāyāna tradition, it's like both Theravāda and Vajrayāna that both lecturers mentioned, yes, supportive to each other in the individual level purpose or the bigger purpose, like attaining the enlightenment. And she also shared her personal experience, personal path, why she's walking this path. Because before she was also a lay person like you, she found that to fully engage in the practice, she connect more to true self, the authentic self. Okay, and the next thing we would like to move on to the application. We already talked about the concepts of each tradition. Now, how to implement it, how to apply it to the daily life, for the lay person, the monastic persons. So I would like to hear from Ajahn Neminda. And what is your suggestion or recommendation for those busy people or stressful people or parents or professional worker like PhD candidates here? Most of them have many things to do and they sacrifice that time today to come to participate every Saturday, Sunday to engage in the practical and the theory of Buddhist studies. So what would you recommend for them in terms of the practice?
So thank you so much for your question. Yeah, including under the question, including me. It means that I'm also a lot of stress and the depression in my daily life. And also we are all the lecturer. We have a lot of work. It's not only making lecture, we have to do also the research and so many things. It means that we call multifaceted. That's we have things, but only you, it's me, only one mind, but you have a lot of things that's to do. So according to this question, I would like to suggest you all, including the Buddhist monks as well, we need to start small things. Small thing is make it smart, your life. So status to small, that's to be the smart. So just only practice 3 minutes, you can start it now. Whenever you're busy, for example, when you take a brush and also when you go to toilet, you have to take a breath 3 minutes. And next day, you have to be 2 minutes, like 5 minutes. And next day, you can be more and more, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So after that, you have to be cultivate, you have to be trying to implement the minutes. Start as only 3 minutes. That is better for you that, because this is according to my experience as well. We have a lot of work that's to do, but in my life, I have to try to have the time to practice meditation. So Buddhist monk, we have to practice at least 50 minutes or 30 minutes. That is better for light. But for lay people, I would like to suggest start at 3 minutes. And maybe 2 days later, you need to more 5 minutes. And maybe 2 days later, you can 8 minutes. The status increase the time. So you can start small things to be the smart. So this is my experience. So thank you so much.
We think everything begins with a small step, right? So for lay person, if you find it difficult to engage, when Bon Neminda suggests we start from 3 minutes or even maybe 3 seconds. It could be anything that you can bring your attention to whatever you are doing right now, small steps. And in some Dhamma talks that I also recently listened to, like when Bojaya Saro, he also mentioned 1 minute today, maybe 2 minutes tomorrow. It can be like this. And it's not just day by day. It could be morning, afternoon, before bed. When you remember to do it, is more often to train your mind to be free from anything. For example, I was also have a little bit of tight schedules. Every day we have many things to do, and sometimes we don't have time to prepare much, but we want to share things with you like today. And so we have to calm our mind in order to be here as well, because most of us here were very engaged in other activities. However, this is practice for us in order to be here calmly and, speak mindfully. And, this is the real practice. That's how we engage in it, for example. And now let's hear from Venerable Ugyen. What would be the first step that you would recommend? Maybe you can share us the technique in what you're already doing every day with us. Do you need to use the something like this, what you call the mala. Anyone has something like this? Can you show us?
Oh.
Because you will see Tibetan monks or Mahāyāna monk will wear this. Okay, maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Ajahn, I'm glad that you asked the question about this one, because this is the kind of question that I kind of like, I get that a lot. Like, what are you wearing? Is it like ornament or something, And I was like, no, because this is the kind of tool that makes me, sort of move forward, right? So that brings me to the previous question that Ajahn asked to Ajahn Dr. Neminda, and that as a beginner, how we can engage with the tantric practice or Vajrayāna practice is that, like Ajahn already made it clear, Ajahn already made it clear that we can start from the very small part, right? And then gradually we can make it, better and profound. But when it comes to tantric practice, we have the simplest practice is called recitation, mantra recitation, right? You know that mantra, right? Everybody knows mantra, right? And the mantra recitation. And there's what do you call the 6 syllables mantra? Right?
6 syllable mantra?
Exactly.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. So actually that 6 syllables mantra, as the name itself suggests, there are 6 syllables. Om Mani Padme Hum. I'm sure many of you guys are familiar.
Show us slowly and
sure. Yeah.
How do you,
all right.
yourself practice to bring back the
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much again, Ajahn. So when we do recite mantra recitation, so for example, when you're driving, sometimes you may go through stress because you're assuming that I may not be able to, make it to the work on time, right? So in such case, what we can do is just, think about the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, recite that, right? Recite that. Actually, that's not just only the spiritually proof, but also the scientifically proof. When you recite the mantra literally, change your brain wave or sort of, the brain chemistry. So, okay. So when you're realizing that I'm stressed, I'm under, I'm stressing, I'm going through depression, something like that, immediately, what do you call changing your appearance? Okay. That is also one type of practice, changing appearance. In what? We tend to experience a whole lot of experiences, right? For example, encounter with a lot of appearances. For example, when we heard something good, that is no problem. But when you heard something unpleasant to hear, that's gonna cause us a lot of problem, right? And when we see something and when we remember something, immediately, instantly, what we can do is just think about the mantra and think about the Avalokiteshvara, and then mantra. We can do like, if you're driving, then Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. And then eventually the mantra has a whole lot of power that can really anchor your mind, at the present moment. So, yeah, so that's what we do. And then in my case, regarding this question, so actually we are supposed to hold where there's 108 pieces there, but I got only the small one, right, Ajahn? And then what we do is that Om Mani Padme Hum, right? Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. So which means when you, as soon as you started to recite that mantra, you are no longer an ordinary human being. You are already transformed yourself as what we call the enlightenment body, right? Enlightened body. So which means you are not supposed to go through the stress and what do you call the ordinary consciousness and ordinary mental factors and mind and mental factors. Yeah. Okay.
I think that was very interesting for us, like Theravāda side, to hear, because it's also new for me to hear this method. How about our audience? Have you heard of this method before? The mantra, Tibetan mantra. Have you heard of it? เคยได้ยินใช่ไหมคะ?
In some case, if you really want to do, then you can do this one. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om something like that. That does not count as a singing. Okay, don't worry about it.
Yes, yes. This is very interesting. Another round, when I got the answer from our sister, I will ask individual representative for today to show us 1 minute how to each tradition would practice. Okay. Okay. So let's hear from Mahāyāna side. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you for your questions. I think it's a very beneficial question for all of you here to know where to start. From the Mahāyāna side, there can be many different approaches to how you should start with mindfulness or meditations, but I will share something maybe apart from what the other two representatives from the Buddhist school have shared with you, apart from the habit, and then from the mantra, that's what we also included in our practice as well. So I think we are kind of mixtures and with all of the traditions. Normally I start or be in the present moment and fully aware of what I'm doing. For example, if we say meditation is life, so life is connected with the breath. So whenever I'm breathing, I know that I'm alive. And whenever I can be aware of my breath, I know that I'm meditating. So it's very simple. Like the breath is the anchor for you to bring your mind back to the body, to the present moment and now. So this technique of be aware of the breath is something that you can practice. Then when we talk about how to apply meditation in daily life, I have heard from many practitioners who share with me before that they try to find meditations to solve some difficulty, some stress in daily life whenever they work or they have some problem to solve at work. So I don't really recommend that to really put yourself in the practicing meditation when you are stressful, because it's very difficult. Even as we, as the Buddhist monk or nun, we also sometimes have different chores to do and different events to think, to organize. We also have different responsibilities and different people to take care of. So we don't recommend you to really start to practicing with when you are stressful, but when your mind is relaxing. That is the first recommendation. Because why? When you are relaxing, your energies, vibrance is higher. And at that time, when you are more relaxing, you have the clear mind and clear thought to see things clearer. So normally we encourage our practitioner to start with that. For example, as Ajahn Neminda have mentioned before, when you brushing your teeth or when you doing something that your thinking might stop working, then it is the time for you to practicing meditation. It can be anything that you like to do in your free time. For example, when you are doing sport, when you are let's say you do something, but you don't need to think logically, or you don't need to use your brain that much to see that is right or wrong, like just sitting freely in the garden, or when you're listening to a song, or when you are lying on bed before going to bed, then this is the time that your mind is relaxing, and that is the time for you to observe your mind and your body in a easier way, right? Because you don't have any pressure. So it is the first practice that we encourage people to do, to start to feel their body, to feel their mind, so that they get used to this kind of habit. Because in order to go in depth of meditation, we should start with a habit. But we have to be wise enough to know which habit that we should include, right? Because you choose something easy for you. For example, I have something before that that commented by many people that, oh, sister, I don't see you smile too much. Or why you walk, when you walk, you don't really walk straight with your back, right? So I use these two sign or negative thing from me with meditation to transform myself. So whenever apart from the breath, right, practicing breathing in, breathing down, I use this thing that I try to transform my appearance. For example, whenever I smile, at that time, I know that my mind is with my body and I'm meditating with my smile. So whenever I smile, then at that time, when I know I smile, then I'm meditating. Or whenever I walk, I know that my body is moving and my back is straight, and I adjust my body to don't have any tension here in my shoulder. Because when we get a lot of stress, then normally our body will be like this, But when you have a lot of habit to make you stressful, maybe you don't recognize that your body is reacting like with your hand or like this, or your shoulder is in this position. So I practice with myself. Whenever I'm sitting down, then I try to widen my shoulder, or when I walk, I pay more attention to my body. So in order to not, when I walk, then I think, oh, where I will walk to and there, what happening there, but try to just focus on my body. So the body is something physically that you can really returning to yourself, because it's something real, right? You can adjust many things, you can touch, you can feel, and then when you do the body scanning, you know where the tension, because the body or the mind is related, and this is their reflection, right? So whenever you have stressful, whenever you are stressed, then you will see that your body will react like or reflect the same thing that you have in mind. Or whenever you have some illness in your body, your mind is also getting tired. So they are kind of mirror, they are kind of reflections that if you adjust one, then the other will be improved, and the other way around. But why we don't recommend people to start with the mind? Because the mind is abstract, and the mind contains a lot of thoughts. It can go everywhere in a very minor, like in second, you can bring your mind to everywhere you want, right? You use your imaginations, or you can move everywhere, but your body is here. And if your mind and your body is not at this present moment and in this specific place, then you will spend a lot of energy out, and that's why it makes you tired. So I highly recommend you to try to find something, very small thing that you want to improve from you, either when you are sitting or whenever you're sharing, you talking, you speak or you smile. You try to use any anchor that you want to do to be more in the present moment, to bring that abstract mind back to the body to feel you more, right? For example, sometimes I also use the technique that whenever I have to share something to people, I try to not think much what should I share, but I pay attention to my voice to see is high or is low, to see anything that I try to manipulate, to try to convince, but I don't think too much on the thing that going in and going out of my mind. But for example, I know when I'm talking, I'm using eye contact, or I'm using body gestures, or how is my voice right now to regulate it. So I use many different moments to try to integrate mindfulness and practicing meditation, not only for sitting meditations or for certain time in a day. So of course, as a Buddhist monk or nun, normally we try to maintain the schedule of sitting meditations every day. That's very good. That is something that we also encourage you to do, motivate you to do, because when you don't need to running from here and there, your body is sitting, and then you can observe your body and your mind much better. But if you still have a lot of things to do, then you can use different technique or the anchor that I have shared with you in order to start with. And then by doing that small thing, by actively find the tools for you, then you can be easier penetrate on the part of practicing mindfulness and meditation. Yeah.
Thank you. That's a very good technique to share to the audience. So firstly, sister said that in Mahāyāna tradition, the first step is about breathing. Breathing in, know that you're breathing in. Breathing out, know that you're breathing out. That is the first thing that you can take it as the first step to implement the mindfulness or meditation practice. As long as we have the breath, we can practice, right? So she also shared her personal experience and emphasized that we could bring our attention to our body because it's more tangible than the mind. The mind is more abstract. We can get lost easily. And another interesting point is that sister recommended that we should practice when our mind and body is at the comfort, not already at stress, not when we feel stressed. That's too late. Because when you feel good, when you feel relaxed, you should practice at that time. It's like to store your good energy, store the battery, and then you have the energy enough stored in your mind and body to use to deal with the problems when you face it. Not that we practice when we stress, is a little bit too late. Yes. So whenever you feel good, you feel calm, try to bring your mind and body here and now, maybe practice breathing in and out and store the mindfulness. And you have more energy, more power to deal with negative things when you have to face it. Okay. Very interesting point that each tradition shares. And I really want to run this session into more a practical way, not just speaking or theory. Now we have a great privilege to invite all of traditions we call MTV. You know what is MTV? Mahāyāna, Theravāda, Vajrayāna. MTV is not the music festival in America. Okay, so I would like to invite each of the representative from each tradition to demonstrate how do you practice. Maybe you can lead the participants here to practice with us 5 minutes each person. Okay, maybe we will start with the Theravāda tradition first. You can lead the meditation and show us how do we actually practice in Theravāda traditions. And we will follow, we will try, because we are here not to just listen to the lecture. This is not the lecture, it's the panel discussion, but I really want to engage into the practice. So all of us here already sacrifice your time and you should benefit from this session.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I think, I agree with you all that we have to practice practically. That is a beneficial for us. So the internal Theravāda tradition, we have mindfulness meditation. That is we call breathe in, breathe out. This is everybody is familiar with it. So I would like to bring you all to practice. Maybe 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. So I will make the time in. And so if you want to practice meditation, the first thing you need to choose the place, the suitable place. This is necessary. So the first one that now we have the suitable place. This room is very nice and it's very quiet. And after that, if you're ready, that you have to be preparing and make it balance your body. Now we are sitting all the people, so you can make it like a sitting. It's like very straight. It's mean like a straight is just nature, not like it. If you do like this, I think it's not gonna be able to practice. So,
okay, so you mean everyone should sit up straight, right?
Yes.
Not lean to the seat.
Not,
okay,
not
everyone
touch.
sit up, sit straight.
Yeah.
Okay, the back straight.
Sure.
Okay, let's practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Next step, please.
okay, this is the first step. It's next step. If you are learning, you need to touch your feet on the floor. It's like a so
Comfortably.
you're
Make it
comfortable and
comfortable.
naturally, yeah. In your and after that, your hand posture is that you can put or you can do it like that. So you can choose any kinds of the butcher and put it on your left, and also you can put it like this. So and after that, you have to put it in your head that's to be straight, and the last step that's close your eye. If you close your eye, is that slowly. When you start to close your eye, you must to know I am closing the eye. And after that, your mind that should on your nose. That's to know and breathe in and breathe out with the mindfully. So now I hope so you are ready to present moment. It's mean the practice meditation. So breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, 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 breathe out. Just follows with the nature of the breathe in, breathe out. Not intending to fast and slow, just flowing with the nature of breathe in, breathe out. Now I mentioned to you breathe in and breathe out. But if you're not focused on your breathe in, breathe out on your nose, you can find another ways. Now you are let it touch the floor. So you are feeling the flow. The time you can count in, I am touching, I am touching, I am touching, I am touching. You also choose the way to practice about the Kaya Kata Sati in Pali. because your body is attached. The chairs, your legs and touch the floors. Okay, thank you so much for your participation and practice method.
Thank you very much. So I think everyone now feel a little bit more mindful. Yes, very peace and very calm from your meditation leading session for 5 minutes. Okay, next we would like to experience the from Mahāyāna tradition practice. How could you lead the audience to experience from Mahāyāna traditions, please?
Thank you. So from Mahāyāna side, we normally experience the practicing meditation in many different ways, but because we also have sitting guided meditation similar to what Ajahn Neminda have just showed you. So maybe let me introduce to you another type of practicing mindfulness and meditations, maybe the relaxation meditations. So the relaxation meditations, it is not only when you sit, but it is normally introduced when you're lying down. So normally we give this kind of guided meditation sections for the people to recover the energy after they feeling stressful or they feeling stuck. They don't even want to do anything and they just lay down and listen to what the instructor telling to them how to release the tensions in the body, in the muscle, in order to bring back your awareness or your mind back to your body so that you feel the life is running in your body, and in order to give you more energy back to restart.
Yes.
So, but today, because we don't have the the opportunity to doing the lying position, so we can just sitting.
Yeah, okay. And you will ask us to experience by sitting in relaxing position.
Yeah.
And
So normally this kind of relaxation meditation is introduced when you are in the lying position. It is the best way to relax your body. But since we don't have that enough good condition to do that, so we can do it here in your most comfortable posture. For example, before when we sit in meditation, in order to be fully concentrated, Ajahn have mentioned to you to sit upright, right? Like straight back like this. But now you try to find any position or any posture, either leaning here or with your stretched leg, your legs stretched like this, or with your hand free. Any position that you feel free, that you feel also relaxed at that, and then you just maybe gently close your eyes again and you listen to what I instruct to you.
okay, let's try for 5 minutes then.
Yeah.
I will take the timer. Okay, start now.
So, dear everyone, please find for you a relaxing, comfortable sitting position. You can either close your eyes, gradually bring your mind back to your body. Be aware of your in breath, out breath. Breathing in, you know that you are breathing in. Breathing out, you know that you are breathing out. Observing your in breath and your out breath. In, out. In, out. In, out. Feel the life in each of your breath. Each in breath and out breath is certaining your body. Bring your attentions to your face. Relaxing your eyebrows. Relaxing your facial muscles. You can smile and feeling grateful that you have given you the chance to be here today. Be grateful for the life that you have been given. Now, please bring your awareness to your shoulders. Relaxing your arms. Be aware of your hands. And the warmth in your hands. Relaxing your two legs, your feet. Feel the warmth in your body. Release all the tensions that you might have. Be aware of your heart. Your heart is beating for you. Be aware of any sounds around you right now. The voices from the instructor. The sounds from the air conditioner. And be aware of the relaxations that you experience right now in your body. There is nothing that you need to do or to run. This is the most precious moment. The moment that you completely in the here and the now. And now may I invite you to gradually move your finger. Stretch your arms, moving your shoulders. Shaken your body a bit to wake you up, and gently, mindfully open your eyes to receive the light of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much for leading the very peaceful session. And I think some of you might want to sleep already because it's so calm and relaxing. This is the relaxing meditation in Mahāyāna tradition. And when we went to the plum village, they asked everyone to lie down, relax in the very comfortable position. I also lie down. Monks lie down and we sleep. Yes. Please. Yeah.
So normally when I do these relaxing meditations, after I invite the three sounds of the bell, and then with this kind of peaceful energy, most of the people in the room, they started to snore and to sleep already.
Yes.
Because the purpose of the relaxations meditation is to help to bring you maybe even going to the sleepy mode, but actually you are sleeping, or it's just because of your body tired, right? If you fall asleep, it doesn't matter, okay. Because the thing is that the mind is always, your awareness is always awake. It is not falling asleep as your body, because this physical body can be tired. So what we're trying to do is that during your relaxations, then we give you the words to be grateful for life, or to nurture the great energy in you, and to help you unconsciously being aware of the moment, even though when you are in relaxing mode. And then when you cultivate this kind of gratitude in you, then and then the mind be, because before you have experienced the body scanning, right? I walk you through from the face to the shoulder, to the arms, to the hands, to the legs, and until the feet, right? And then anything, the organ is working inside you. So this kind of observation we call body scanning, and that is making you in relaxing mode. And then following the word, you will nurture the good qualities or the kusala chitta in you, in order to feel much better after you wake up. But normally this section is very long, like 45 to 1 hour. You are really in depth, and your mind is watering with so many kind and loving kindness and compassionate word that just help you to feel so energized after that. But you don't know why. You thought that it's because you have just slept. But no, unconsciously, you have been watering a lot of good things, not just to body, but to your mind as well. And then after the people already in the best relaxation mode, normally the instructor will sing for them. But this singing meditation is very special, because it's not contain any worldly music, but all of those lyrics are something from the Dharma, but we sing that. It is just like you enjoy the mantra from the Vajrayāna side, but it is not reciting any name of the Bodhisattva or any name of the Buddha, but it is just the poem or any things that is good to nurture your mind in a peaceful and calm way. So it to water the good seeds in your mind. And with that, it's bring all of this effort and energy, gives you the most relaxing mode to be back after this 45 to 1 hour of relaxing meditation. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. And would it be possible for you to share us some singing music? Is it possible? Okay. Can you share with us? Is it happiness is here and now is okay? Yes. Do you want to hear the Mahāyāna lyrics or the song after you already relaxed? Body relaxation meditation. And after that, they will do the music for the practitioner. So let's hear a little bit.
Search for a lyrics. It's could not find, but maybe I just sing it freely. So maybe for me it's better because I normally don't sing in front of the public. So I could like to invite you again to just close your eyes and then relaxing and listen to this song. I will sing in English, not in our native language, Vietnamese, but I will sing in English. But even though some of you don't understand English, but I think when you close your eyes, then you can feel the energy in it. Okay. So may I invite you to again close your eyes, smile, and just enjoy whatever the sound is coming to you. Every single step, present and aware, I truly return. Home is everywhere. I come and arrive in this present moment, limitless and free. There's no need to wait. Every single step, present and aware, I've truly returned. Home is everywhere. Nơi nào có ánh sáng, nơi đó không bóng đêm. Nơi nào có yêu thương, nơi đó không sân hận. Thấy ta còn lân đận là bởi tâm chưa thông, thông rồi đường an yên, chuyển hóa mọi ưu phiền. Tâm thông sự thông, làm gì cũng thành tựu, làm gì cũng thông dong. Từng phút giây hài lòng, tâm thông tại tâm không, tâm không tâm liền thông, trọn vẹn và nhận biết. Ngày biến sâu tâm không, nơi nào có ánh sáng, nơi đó không bóng đêm. Nơi nào có yêu thương, nơi đó không sân hận. Thank you. Sorry, because I switched from English song to a Vietnamese song because suddenly my mind was empty and there wasn't any word coming out for me to sing. So, and I just connected to a Vietnamese meditation song written by my mindfulness, even though maybe you don't understand the lyrics, the meaning behind that, but I hope that you have enjoyed the energy from the song. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This is a very interesting session that we fully experience how the Mahāyāna tradition leads the relaxation meditation, including the song, that singing meditation that composed with the good words, good energy for the practitioner to receive when they close their eye, when they mostly relax their mind, mental is a good state to receive kusala words and good energy. Thank you very much, sister. And next, I would like to invite Venerable Ugyen to show how your tradition in Vajrayāna tradition practice. It could be the mantra, or you can invite Theravāda, Vajrayāna students to show us.
Oh, sure. To decide that I need my friends there.
Sure.
Please, guys, come here on the
Please
stage
welcome.
and let's do it together.
Yeah, that would be
so my part is not going to be meditation. My part is not going to be, relaxation kind of thing, but going to recite. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. They will just standing somewhere
here.
Okay,
stand here. Okay. They need here. Microphone.
And okay, yeah. I think you guys can take one of this. And
please come here. Stand here.
Whoever got the good voice, please help me.
Okay. This is a very special because we haven't done this before. This is the first time. Yes. Please come here. Stand closer in the front. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Maybe in front of the camera as well, because people online are watching.
That is good.
Maybe right here, yes, next to Venerable Neminda, please.
So guys, don't forget to share the microphone together so that we all. Oh yeah, okay. Namge, you may hold this one. And so these are my fellow Vajrayāna tantric practitioners, and we have two venerables from Bhutan and one bhikkhuni or nun from Bhutan, right? So what we're going to do is we will do sort of, how long? 5 minutes, right? Oh, Prof. Okay. But yeah, I'll try to make it as short as possible. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what we are going to do is that we are going to recite mantra, okay, the Avalokiteshvara mantra, Shara mantras for some times, and then after that we will, kind of end the section with some kind of aspiration prayer, okay? Okay, yeah. Yes, but they are really deserved. Run out of battery. So now, okay, so since everybody's holding camera, I don't recommend you guys to do anything. Om mani padme hum, mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, mani padme hum, om mani padme hum. Ima hum om tsar sangye no wa tae ta yesu cho to je chenpo ta. Ento semba to chen to nam la sangye chan semba me korgi. Dege mom tsa pa to me ba ye dewa chen she chen shin kam de. Da jin de ne tse pe jo ma ta ge wa jin ge pa ma she pa. Te ro ge ne na te she don sho te gen da ge me lam ta pa yi. Chu chu sangye chang se tom che ge me jo ba ching ge la to se te ya ta ben cha di awa buddha nai so ha de she den be den ba cho ge zo nian be do da do be ten ten she do cha ge ni she non be wa yang be ge kam kam je kan je Jin dom so nyen be ye dan da jo she te san gom be ji zan zen be ten ze be me zo chi yang ge yang be tam che kanjur Jin de ba be me jone de nye to ke ro ma be de ben ken de ne pe ka je be te son ke se be tam che de ma do ye ta gi Shu kebra lo jung sa ye te wa de she dan jo be chap se mi nya ben den jo ba nga nam ge to ge den ba da shin ge Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much for the audience to come and join us, Vajrayāna monks. Okay, and how do you feel? A little bit fresher. Okay, and today I think all of us has experienced how each traditions practice mindfulness and meditation, and with the demonstration from the three Nikayas or three schools, I hope more or less you will experience something, but also the unity of all Buddhist practitioner, or unity of the all schools and traditions. And for now, I would like to switch the session because I think some of the participants might want to ask some questions to our representative from each schools today. For example, the meaning of what Venerable was chanting, or the meaning of what Sister is singing for you, or anything in your mind. regarding the practice. So anyone has any question, please feel free to raise your hand. Please, we need someone to take the microphone to.
First of all, thank you for giving the opportunities. So my question is regarding to the the modern perspective, like the modern practitioners of mindfulness. So maybe I think my question goes to then Dr. Neminda. So so what my concern is in the modern traditions, like in the modern days, so especially like in Thai, I see the most like many practitioners, the mindfulness. So like in terms of from the Buddhism point, so what I experience and what I notice is so in mindfulness tradition, like mindfulness meditation. So what do they usually do? And the concept is closing all our six sense or the five sense. So we don't think about past, future, and nothing, like in the present moments, and like closing all the senses, all the thoughts. So I think this is the one concept. So if it comes from the from the Buddhism point, so this if the practitioners go or take in this path, if you close all the senses without thoughts, so this is I think maybe yes, it's going to be like in a wrong path. So what Ajahn recommend, it is like this, or closing our all senses, or to just like in the living in the present moments. So actually, what is the reason just in living in the present moments? So this is my question.
First of all, thank you so much for your question. Yes, actually, in our body and mind, we have a sixth door, right? It's a sixth sense. That is our eyes, ear, nose, tongues, bodies, and mind. But when we practice meditation, why we intend to the present moment, because to see the nature of our minds and body. To see the nature of our minds and body. Because the present moment is one of the focus on what we are. So the first one that we have to close the eye is mean that just ignoring that. Maybe our eye that we need to close, but the nose is not closed. But I also make a lecture of the VFSO and also MA. The Buddha is very intelligent. Why we are not close the nose? Because this is the only one with us to breathe, that to knowing our heartbeat. But we can close our eye and nose, and also the mouth, our eye, ear, and mouth, and bodies and mind as well. We can close that. It's mean that ignored what you hear that. So if you open the doors, all the six doors, you cannot catch all the sense. So your mind that here or there, your mind is not easy to control, to be the concentrate. So that's the reason why to get it the concentration, we need to the present moment, the first thing that's. And according to Theravāda tradition, if we have the present moment, that's to be good concentration. If you have a concentration, maybe we have, this strong concentration. It's made me sometimes attachment that we really like it. That's the reason why we have a three characteristic. That is impermanence and a sufferance and non-self. So this is the insight to meditation. It's apart from the mindfulness. So This is my answer. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so that was the interesting question. And for Venerable Neminda, the answer is to close your eye to, to help the practitioner with concentration, right? To close the door. And then now, because we perceive things all the time, and most of the organ that we produce mostly is our eyes. We perceive the light, and then also attachment, what we see. But when during the meditation, even you close your eyes, there are a lot of incoming information for you to pay attention to. And also, especially for the beginner, right? For the beginner, we have a 6 door: eyes, ear, nose. What else? Mouth, tongue, the body, and the mind. So these are, in Buddhism, we call Theravāda 6. Theravāda 6, the sixth sense, the 6 doors, and the duty is to receive information. And every day, if we use our eyes a lot to the mobile phone, perceive things very quickly, mindfulness to cut, or yoniso manasikara to help us. So directly the information goes to your mind, and it can cause stress. It can cause some feeling very easily. Okay, thank you. And next question, please. How about Thai, from Thai practitioner? Yes, please.
Thank you very much for your session today. Since we talk about application, I'm wondering how people nowadays maybe in your country that get access to mindfulness practice, and do they have to go to the temple, or they have to go to the retreat? How do they get access and apply it to their daily life?
Okay, and which speaker would you like to hear from?
Maybe all of you, please, if you don't mind.
Okay. So maybe Vajrayāna first. Do people have to go to the temple in order to get the practice experience?
Thank you very much for the wonderful question. In Bhutan, people don't necessarily need to go to the temple in order to be able to practice Dharma. So that Bhutan, I'm sure you know about Bhutan, right? Bhutan is the kind of very conservative Buddhist country, which means that we are Buddhists by born, biologically we are Buddhists, so to speak, right? And that means, that people who are going to the temple is, I think middle-aged people, they can go to the temple like monthly, right? But for the elderly people or the infant, they don't really go to the temple. But what they do is they live in their, houses and do the recitation, meditate there, listen to the Dharma talk through the social media. Nowadays, social media, particularly WeChat and TikTok, I'm sure you guys know that, right? So the TikTok and WeChat has been, kind of largely been used in Bhutanese communities. And if you watch the Bhutanese TikToks, most of the venerables are delivering the Dharma talk through TikTok. And so that's why the people, those who are not really able to go to the temple, they don't really have to do it, because the Dharma talk is always there, within their phone. And so that's what we do in Bhutan.
So I see this is quite different from Thailand and maybe Myanmar. We will hear from Myanmar later. Thank you. And let's hear from Vietnam. How about people in Vietnam? How do they get access? Or maybe in Germany or in Czech Republic? How you get? Thank you.
Yeah, so let me share a little bit about this, because each country will approach it in different way. So I'm luckily was born and raised in different countries. So I know how it go for Vietnam, my homeland, and also where I currently live now for more than 10 years in European countries. So from my perspective or from my point of view, it should be kind of mixture of going to temple, going to the meditation retreat or monastery, and also practicing at your place. Why? We recommend it because you need a community to help you for the very first step, to walk you through the path in order to understand the concept, understand clearly how you apply. And you need the collective energy from the Sangha, from the one who fully concentrated on the practice, and also from the Buddhist follower who go to the meditation retreat and the meditation center to practice together. Because when you go there, you dedicate your time to go there, then your mind is prepared in different way. Let's say that we can always live in meditation, because as I mentioned in the beginning, it doesn't require you have to have a certain thing in order to be equip yourself for meditation. But when you go to a temple or when you go regularly to the place that you have the Dharma talk or the Dharma sharing, then you can not just learn and practice immediately there, but you will be listen to different advice during your practice, right? And then when you dedicate your time there, it means that you let go of all the responsibilities that you have to think or you have to do at home, and you isolate yourself in the community that their whole intention is just for the practicing. So you get the full concentrations, and then everything else that you have to worry about, it's in another side of life. So that will give you a lot of benefit. But what we are trying to accompany or to share with the people in the meditation center, that here now you are given a great opportunity to practice here with us. But what we are trying to do is that we don't try to intervene or to persuade you that you have to come here, then you can practice meditation. No, it is not that. You come here to get a better chance to understand that in depth, and then you look back to yourself closely with practicing there in the meditation center to understand, okay, what kind of obstacle, what kind of challenges, what kind of thing that you have not understood enough in order to practice at home. And then you raise that question to the Sangha, to the Buddhist follower community in order to share, in order to get the tools for you, so that when you go back home, you can apply what we have shared in the beginning to any of your daily habit or activities, so that to help you to living meditation. It is not meditation in a certain place, but whenever you also can apply. So that is what we encourage people to do, kind of mixture. Whenever you have a chance, you go, but don't stick on the idea of you have to be there, to be isolated in a forest or in mountain in order to practice, but you get there. You get the idea, you bring back home to apply, and then sometime when you have doubt or sometimes you have difficulty, you switch off everything with a responsibility, you go there again, and then you fully concentrate and practice again. And then with this kind of, exchanging or changing from different environment or circumstance, it gives you knowledge and application enough for you to handle any situation in life. So that is what I recommend. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing how people usually access to the practice, in Mahāyāna tradition. How about Theravāda, maybe in Myanmar?
Okay, thank you. I think according to our Asia, it's the same, right? It means that we need to go to the temple, and we have to go in to join the retreat. But we have a challenge now, not only the Thailand, but also Myanmar or every country. The challenge is that the people, they don't want to go to the temple. It means that they don't have the time to go to the temple. So this is one of the challenges. But in here that, for example, to practice meditation, do we need to be the Buddhist, like this question? Do we need to be Buddhist to practice meditation? I will say no. You can practice meditation But if you want to practice the Vipassana meditation, you must to be the Buddhist. So that here we have two choices. Mindfulness is not necessary. You can practice anywhere, even though you are at home and you are driving the car. But Vipassana, we need it master. We need to be the Buddhist, because the Buddha is belong to the Vipassana. He directly way to how to practice Vipassana. It's not mindfulness. So I would say that mindfulness is not belong to Buddha. Vipassana is belong to Buddha. Because now the Buddhism is the secular Buddhism, that. So secular Buddhism is made the secular mindfulness. It does new technique, it does belong to everyone's. So I think this is the difference, a little bit difference our tradition.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for sharing your perspective. So whenever Neminda emphasized that in order to practice Vipassana meditation, people need to access to practice at the temple, because we need Vipassana master to guide us, especially the inside meditation. We need to practice closely with the master. We need also interview meditation progress, sort arom, ทุกวันเลย. Yes, in the temple that is arranging, like I think some of you experience at Sataban Vipassana Tura. Yes. You need to have the meditation interview with the teacher who are experienced, so they can advise, give suggestion on what you should deal with what you are experiencing right now in order to progress with your practice. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, nice.
พูดภาษาไทยนะ
ได้ค่ะ
อยากรู้ว่าการปฏิบัติของแต่ละนิกายเนี่ยเขามีความสูงสุดยังไงหมายถึงว่าเขาไปจบยังไงสุดท้ายเขาว่ามันเป็นยังไง ในแต่ละ
ค่ะ so he has the questions that he wanted to know what is the highest goal of each tradition, the highest goal, where is the practice leading the practitioner to the last final highest goal. Maybe we begin with Mahāyāna.
I think the highest goal, of course, is very, as all of you know, like if we say from the, I don't know, from the point of view from all of the Buddha teaching, is in order to attain enlightenment and liberation. But as I mentioned in the beginning, that is different between individuals. So the highest goal for many other people may be just to either find their life purpose or to just have more peaceful and happy life and knowing the way to really live the life. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Next, Vajrayāna.
The highest goal of practice meditation is basically the Buddhahood, Samma Sambuddha.
Okay. I think so. Thank you so much for your question. We are so clear about, according to Mahāsatiparana Sutta, it's me ikayano bhikkhave mako satana visuddhiya soka pritevana samatikamaya nyayasa adhikamaya nibbanasa siccikriyaya. So this is the highest goal. This means that to liberation and free from the sufferings. So this is the higher goals internal the Theravāda Buddhism. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, now we have a clear answer from each tradition about the goals of each schools. Thank you. Yes, please. Okay, we have one more question here. And online participants, online audience, if you have a question, you can type in the box, the text box, and I will read your questions. Okay.
Please let me ask a question, Venerable Dr. Ugyen. I would like to ask very curiously the meaning of the Om Mani Padme Hum, because I never had a chance to know about this and why you reside in meditation. Please let me share this knowledge to me.
Thanks a lot for your wonderful question. I'm assuming you're from Myanmar, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that there's curiosity about the mantra, and normally the mantra has, especially the 6 levels mantra, right? It has 6 characters. You know, the Sanskrit characters. Om, Ma, Om. We are not supposed to include the Om. So basically, Om has a lot of different meanings, but forget about the Om. So when it comes to the Ma, Ni, Padme, Hum, so there are, you know, the 6, so that each syllabus has its own characteristics, you know, and the significance there. For example, we have 6 parameters in Mahāyāna tradition, right? And then each words represents the one parameter. For example, Om, Ma, Ni, Padme, Hum of 6. Om represents the parameter of dana, right? And then so on. You know that what I'm saying, right? And then another aspect of explanation is that we have what you call the 6 realms of samsara, right? So if you recite Om, then it will have all sentient beings to be free from their suffering, especially the suffering of the hell. And then when you recite Ma, means which will liberate all the sentient beings from, you know, the hungry ghost, right? The preta in Sanskrit. And then, yeah, so till the Deva also, the Buddhism, as we all know, that Deva also not the, you know, better place to live, right? So Deva also is somehow, you know, subject to suffering, right? Subject to change. So that's why that Hum will liberate those who are suffering in the Deva's realm. Not necessarily they suffer in the sense that, you know, the sensation, the feeling of suffering, but the Deva, you know, the kind of being as a Deva in general. So if you recite those mantra, first of all, it helps us to, you know, kind of liberate ourselves, which means the fulfilling the parameters. And then second of all, it will help others to get rid of their, you know, the suffering, and then, you know, eventually attain enlightenment. So that's the whole, you know, the background and significance of the mantra. Thank you very much for the question, by the way.
Yes, dear Ajahn, dear to all the guests here today. I have 2 questions. The first question is to Ajahn Ugyen. Many years ago, I was staying at the monastery in Vietnam who practiced Vajrayāna. And during daytime, they have a different mala that they recite the Buddha's name or the mantra during daytime. But before they sleep, they have like another mala. It's something secret they put in the bag. And for me, I was very curious why they do that. No one allowed to see that mala, only that person. So I'm not sure if you practice that or
nobody allowed to see the mala. Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the first question.
All right, thank you very much for that question. So by the way, if some of you don't know what the mala is, then this is the mala, okay? So I write the prayer mala. Yeah, and then there are some practitioners, they use only one, and those who are capable of affording different types of mala, then they will have, you know, 2-3 malas at the same time. So like you mentioned, that they will use one ordinary mala that can be even touched by the second person or third person, you know. And that is pretty much like we can do it we can take it anywhere. We can do all types of recitation as long as you are free or available to do that. You can just recite that on, for example, Om Mani Padme Hum, right? So randomly, any kind of mantra. And there will be one mala that specifically he kept secret or hidden from other people. So that is for what you call that, the secret mala, as as you mentioned, it's even the name itself is like that. And then that is only for the one, every, like I mentioned the other day in our class. So every single person has its own deva, right? The tantric practitioner has its own deva. So based on their karmic connection, for example, let's suppose my, the personal deity is Avalokiteshvara, and then the kind of relationship between me and the Avalokiteshvara has to be very secret. So nobody has, the third person is supposed to know it. And if you know it, if somebody knew about that I'm doing this practice, what do you call, I will lose my siddhi, I will not attend my siddhi, or I will not get my bliss. So that's why, in order to, protect our siddhi, so we are supposed to hide this one. Nobody has right to see this one. Even it says that even your own master is not allowed to see it. If you let somebody see it, then your bliss and your secret mantra, tantric power is just gone. So that's why they keep it secret. So in fact, that practice is not very public. So this is the area where we call the secret yana, right? It has to be very secret. And most of the time, tantric practitioners, they even don't show it in the public, right? They just keep somewhere like this, and they do it like this, Yeah. And then, it's really powerful. And because of such practice, the practitioner can attain the enlightenment very easily. And the maximum to attain the enlightenment, I'm talking about the Samma Sambuddha, or fully awakened one. In order to attain that Buddhahood, the fully awakened one, so the maximum tantric practitioner will take 16 lifetime. Not average practitioners, they will attain the Buddhahood within this life. It's all because of that such secret, the esoteric practices. Yeah. So thank you very much for the question again.
Thank you very much, Ajahn. And my question is for just general question for the Ajahn and the sister. Is nowadays I notice there's either the forest tradition where we intensely practice meditation, or you give a lot of service. But I noticed when a monk is in the temple where they do a lot of service, it's very drainage. Over time, when they get even more popular, more people like you or like the monk, then he has no personal time, no time for practice. But if we decide to be like a forest monk or the more intense practice, then we cannot have benefit to the everyone. So sometimes I not confused, but I don't know the path I should take, because once I'm in it, it's very hard to return. So my question is, how can we find balance, or to benefit our practice, to be enlightened, and also to give benefit to everyone? Thank you.
This question maybe goes to Venerable Neminda. No.
Okay, thank you so much. I think according to the Buddha, he also mentioned for us, especially for bhikkhu and bhikkhuni, it's only two duties, pariyatti and paripatti. Pariyatti means that we have to learn it. Sometimes we have to communicate the devotee. When you learn it, and after that, you have to talk like a Dhamma talks to the people. So this is the way to learn it, and we call pariyatti. And also instruction for the lay people sometimes. But another one, the paripatti. Paripatti is mean that you need living alone in the practice meditation, especially like the forest or like this. So we have already that's two ways. So depending on you can choose. I think if I recommend to you, if you adapt your knowledge to study about the Buddhism, you need to practice the second choice. I mean, Paripatti, live alone and practice. That's it for you. This afternoon, we also discussion with my friends about this one. Please let me my experience. Now I'm over 30 years old. I'm working in 5 years and here. So during the 5 years, I have a lot of work for the people. It's not only me. Whatever I have, this is for others. My parents, including my country and including this IBSC and MCU as well. But I told my friends, maybe 3 years later, I need to devote it for my life. This is only for my life. No, I'm working 5 years, but this is not for me. This is for others. I got some money, right? I got some sometimes I got some property, other material, but it's not really for me. So that's why I discussed with my brother as a friend. I need to go to Bhutan to devote my life the 3 years to practice meditation. This is my life. So I also recommend to you, my dear, you can choose if you ignite the knowledge to Buddhism. Second choice is better. Okay.
Excuse me, can I add a little bit on that? Ajahn Neminda and I had a very wonderful discussion on his journey to Bhutan. So in Bhutan, we have a tradition where the practitioner can, meditate for 3 years consecutively without, literally cutting off the outside world for 3 years without meeting anybody. So Ajahn Neminda, when he visited Bhutan, he was inspired by those the Bhutanese monks kind of meditation style, right? And then he is looking for a place to visit, carry on his spiritual practice in Bhutan. And I welcome him. I indeed promise him to, find a place and, the process the visa. So if you guys also want to do I want to do the same thing, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always there to arrange your visa and all of that. But make sure for 3 years, okay? Yeah, without coming back. Sure. Yeah, definitely. You also.
So I think actually everyone in this room is very fortunate to get a chance to know Venerable. Yes. So because Venerable Ugyen can, invite you to Bhutan. And if you want to experience the full practice, 3 years without any connection with anyone. So Venerable Neminda would like to go hardcore.
Yeah, already decided.
Okay, that is his kusala citta. Okay, and he recommends you, as you ask, like which path you are going to choose. So that is Pariyatti and Patipatti. The Buddha say that there are 2 dura, Kanta dura and Vipassana dura, that monks, nuns, and lay Buddhist practitioners need to complete our dura. It's our business to study. It's our business to practice. Yes. So if your role now is a student, I think you should fully focus on your role and complete it. And then you can take a decision what to do next. Do you want to add? Yes.
Okay, so my dear sister, she's from the same tradition as me. So I also would like to add something based on my experience and perspective. So I had asked my master to isolate myself in the forest as well, even though we are not following forest traditions. And but my master is always supporting us for any ideas that we think that is suitable for us to practice. So when you are very new on the practice or you don't know really how to walk on the path, of course you have to observe yourself that what is the need for you right now. If you observe yourself, your mind and your thinking, and you find the urge to be isolated to do something, then just do it. But during doing that thing that you have experienced, then you also taken another step to discover yourself more. So you observe your mind at that time to make the decision. At that, you don't need to think, which way is more beneficial for me. But when it comes to the time, for example, just as Ajahn Nadnapang said, now when you are a student, you have taken that decision before any other decision. So you don't need to be here at this present moment and now thinking, oh, should I do something else, or I should isolate myself to go to anywhere? Because from my point of view, the Dharma is everywhere. It's from everything that you're in contact with life. It doesn't need to be in a forest by yourself. You can go there, or you can isolate yourself to practice if you already know the way. Back to the time when I was isolated myself, I asked my master to be in a single hut in the forest for 1 week, because at that time I thought that I know already the way how to practice, and my duties or my only goal is just to be fully present and be fully awareness. It sounds very simple, but after 1 day of not contacting with anyone and just being with myself, my mind getting so bored. And I don't know what to do there, even though I think that I know the way, So I realized at that time, we have to understand ourselves very clearly that are we strong enough, or do we really know the way how to go? So you can just make a decision to go to the forest, but it doesn't have to be until the end of the experience, because you have to test yourself first. And then if that need is the thing that you want to do the most, then just do it. And then you keep experience it. But why I decided to come here to study, even though my goal is not to get the degree. But for my personality, I see that every opportunities or every person that I met in my life teach me something. This is the Dharma that I need to learn from life. And then I observe my mind and my body every time that I can, to see what I want to do the most to balance in the day. So for example, if I see that my energy is running out because I spend a lot of energy for the other people, I know that, then I just choose to have a single day, just spend time for myself. So it means that we always need to pay attention to our own thoughts or own motivation inside to make the right decision, what you should do next in every single moment. It is not, maybe you can try it for the short time. You don't need to plan too much for the future, because the time when you started to plan yourself, what you should do, what you should go, then at that time you already lose the energies and you losing yourself in this present moment. So observe our body and our mind more to know, okay, now is the time for me. I spend time for myself. I want to recharge. So you isolate yourself in that short time. And then when you feel full of energy and then you are ready to go out, to continue to study with your friend, then you be fully present with them and happy with what you are doing. So it's the way that actually this life, no matter where we are, is already the good, the best circumstance or environment, the surrounding, the supporting for our spiritual path. It is everywhere. The Dharma is everywhere in whatever you have chosen to do. Yeah, so I hope that I have shared with you something that you can consider. Thank you.
Okay, that's wonderful suggestions and also wonderful answer from a sister to a sister. Okay, so now we got maybe a few questions from the audience who are watching us online. This is very interesting question to the interesting question to Vajrayāna practitioner. He said that, let me ask a question as well. According to the great meditation teacher, Goenka, mantra is an obstacle to meditation practice. And I believe this is in according with the Buddha's teaching. But why is meditation considered one of the important practice for Vajrayanis? How do you explain this to us?
Yeah, indeed, that's a really tough question, because I just said that if you want to meditate, you can start with mantra recitation, which is totally against with what I've just presented, right? But the thing is that what the venerable or gentleman or okay, whatever that venerable have stated on the comment section is totally right. It's totally correct, and it's been mentioned in the Buddha's tantric, texts as well. And in fact, I again believe that I already made it clear that, that although the techniques or the kind of methods are different, right? We have what we call the two unification of two truth, right? What we say the two accumulations. So that when it comes to the method, there are a whole lot of differences. But when it comes to the wisdom, what we call the practicing, right? Actual practice. So that there is nothing different. So the wisdom that has been emphasized in the Theravāda tradition is also what we are practicing in the Mahāyāna tradition. So that very wisdom is also what we are practicing in the Mahāyāna tradition. Because without relying on that wisdom, nobody can attain any kind of enlightenment. Forget about the Buddhahood, right? But the wisdom, the reason why, and also I'm sure you have already heard that, quite a lot about the tantric practices, because in tantra it says only when you get bored, when you feel like now I can no longer continue my meditation, I'm literally bored, right? I have to do something, right? And basically the tantric is more like boring safe. If I speak the common language, it's more like boring safe. When you get bored, when you're so tired of meditation, and then you can do meditation, the recitation also. But at the same time, we also must not misunderstand that the mantra is not at all meditation. So mantra, it's in fact, is a kind of first stage of meditation. But eventually, what do you call, there's mind, there's no mind, there's no mental factors, there's no mental functions, right? How can there be mantra, and how can there be somebody who's reciting the mantra? So that's what we're talking about, is ultimate level. So indeed, Nagarjuna made it very clear. There are three stages. The first, where we are speaking about the self, there is me, and there's me, I'm committing good karma, committing bad karma. If I do right thing, I will face the good, consequence. If I do the wrong, I will face the same consequence that I've deserved, right? And then at the second middle level, what you are saying is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Nothing is permanent, right? There's no self, and everything is just suffering, isn't it? So that is the second level. And then eventually what you are saying is, even the saying that there is impermanent, there is no self, itself is not true. Why is that? Because emptiness is emptiness, right? Shunyata is shunyata. So we're speaking about the shunyata is shunyata. In that case, there's no meditation recitation. If you do that, it literally hinders your meditation practice. So that's, venerable. So that's why the Buddha or that meditation master said, at the ultimate, don't recite. But as a method, you can recite it. Yeah. I hope I answer your question.
Yes, thank you very much. And for the next, I think this will be the last question for today. And this question maybe goes to Venerable Neminda. She asks that, what are the reasons for people to wear modestly clothing to the temple? For example, why people have to wear the clothes that cover the knee, the shoulder, and cover the chest, cover your body? Why?
why people has to go over there about it basically.
Is it he or she? she want to go without clothes. Okay, thank you so much for the question. I think in our tradition, it's not only our Theravāda tradition. This is according to the Buddhism. In the Buddha time, the lay people, when they want to go to the temple, they need to close that's the food or the covering, because it is showing the respect. We also have the one of the movie about the Vajrayāna movie we call Sansara. Yes, when you see about this movie, it's very clear what I answer about that, right? Because all the monks and bhikkhus and bhikkhuni, they always live in the temple. They're not really like others, like lay people, and see the part of the body is like that. So that's the reason why the lay people, when they want to go in the temple, they should be close all the like a body. This is for showing your respect and covering about yourself, and also protecting for the Buddhist monks as well. So thank you so much.
So I think this is a very clear for you. So this is the connecting question. I think is the he asks that maybe when you meditate and you get negative experience or difficult experience, how do you deal with it?
Negative experience. I think if you're feeling, when you practice meditation, when you're feeling the negative emotion or experience, and then you have to accept whatever you have, because the meditation is not denying that. And also, that some meditation, some meditator or the practitioner, they say that meditation is to stop your thought and thinking, but it is wrong. Cannot. So whenever you have negative emotion, or that you need to accept the first, I am thinking of the negative emotion. After that, you have to contemplate and why I have negative emotion and why I have thinking the wrongs. You need to explore and analyze this. And after that, you have to change about the positive accent. Because in mindfulness, sati is, we have two. One is the samasati, another one is the mecha sati. Mecha sati is that like a fisherman or sometimes the playing game. This is also you have a sati, but this is a wrong sati. So meditation is not intended to mecha sati, intended to samasati. So that's why whenever you appear the emotion, you need to accept, and after that, explore and analyze this. Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much. I think that is a wonderful Q&A session. Now, so today I think all participants, distinguished audience, probably gain some insights from our panel today from three Nikayas. Okay. And I think we would like to close the session here. And thank you so much for the online students, online participants who are joining us today. And I would like to thank our three panelists. The first, Venerable Neminda, the lecturer of IBSC, representative of Theravāda tradition. The second panelist is Venerable Ugyen from Vajrayāna tradition. He is also a lecturer here at IBSC. And the last panelist, Sister Thich Ngoc, who come and join us today to share in terms of Mahāyāna traditions. Very, very kind of you. And I would like to thank all the participants and audience today, both Thai and foreign students, on behalf of the certificate program of Mindfulness Master and the PhD in Innovative Program and Peace Study Program in Thai program. I would like to wholeheartedly thank you to spend your time with us today. And I hope the insight from three traditions today can inspire you a little bit more or less about the practice to gain mindfulness and meditation today. Thank you very much. Sadhu ka. Thank you. So I would like to take a group picture together. Yes. Yes, okay. Can we chant? The Venerable will give the blessing to you.
Okay. So Okay, so we should homemade the Buddha.
Oh, okay.
We need to stand. Yeah. Araha Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavan Dhammadivademi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhamma Namasami Subhatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sangha Namami. So thank you so much. Please,
so much, everyone.
please
Please,
come
we
to
will
join.
take a picture together.
Thank you very much.
กับนิมนต์พระคุณเจ้าแล้วก็ทุกท่านจากหลักสูตรสันติศึกษานะคะถ่ายภาพร่วมกัน
Just move backward. Yep. Move backward. And remove other side out.
Okay, everyone. For today, we have very special translator. อาจารย์ณัฐพัฒน์ อ่ำพันธ์ อาจารย์ please come. อาจารย์ณัฐพัฒน์ Yes. I'm gonna thank him now to give the recognition. Yes, he need to wear the suit first. ท่านอาจารย์ณัฐพัฒน์นะคะเป็นล่ามแปลวันนี้ค่ะขอ เสียงปรบมือให้ท่านอาจารย์หน่อยค่ะ Thank you so much. Yes, for your good job. อ๋อโยมผู้หญิงยืนข้างล่างโอเคเล่woman อ๋อนั่งได้ไหมอ๋อยืนดีกว่าได้ยืนนั่งแล้วผู้ชายอยู่ฝั่งอ๋อโอเคโยมผู้ชายโอเคมหายานะพิคุณีโอเคท่านอาจารย์เชิญค่ะสุดยอดเลยยืนค่ะยืนโอเคอาจารย์ณัฐพัฒน์เชิญตรงนี้เลยค่ะโอเคขอบคุณค่ะอาจารย์ตรงนี้โอเคครบทุกท่านไหมคะโอเคนะพนมมือนะคะพนมมือท่านเนาะ
Thank you so much to everyone who's come to study in this class. So now the classroom will end now. All of the record, Ajahn Nadnapang will send to the group line or the contact again. Thank you very much for study today.